The second day, I asked him, do you feel like you could be with someone like me? I could see it in his face. He was like, what type of question is this? You had just met me.
Run.
You go into the relationship head first. Hey guys, so this is officially my first YouTube video. I am so freaking nervous and anxious and scared, and all of these emotions are running through my body right now. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. I just didn't have the courage. Finally, I built up the courage to, switch on this camera and talk to you guys. So my name is Kirsty Noskcaj and I'm 26 years old. I've not always been the type to share my life. I would always just listen to other people. I'm trying something different. It's not my comfort zone, but I know that I can only grow when I'm out of my comfort zone. So this is out of my comfort zone right now. Talking to you is out of my comfort zone. This is not a get to know me video. It is actually just going to be a sit down talk video about boundaries. I've been thinking about this topic for a week now because recently I've been in conversations where this topic was something we were speaking about. So today's video is about setting boundaries at the beginning. I'm getting really cold. A boundary is a limit where you draw the line. I know that a lot of people, including myself, I'm so infatuated with this person that I don't see my limits until later, when things get a little ugly. And then I suddenly start to realize I don't like this thing that you've been doing. You were doing it before, but it didn't really click to me that I don't like what you were doing. But now that things are a bit, ugly, I'm realizing that no, this is not acceptable, and I raise it to you. I don't like what you're doing. You have to stop. That is unfair, okay? I personally feel like that is unfair. I've done it in the past, and I never really had the wisdom, or I never had someone tell me this is how things work. And that's why I thought I'd make this video. As I'm speaking, I'm like, where was I? Keep up with me, please. Now that I've done a lot of self-work, I realized that that was unfair of me to expect for this person to now understand that this is how far I can go with certain things. The reason why I say it's unfair is been doing these things from the beginning, and I did not make a fuss of it. So in his mind, he's like, he's okay with that. I didn't push any boundaries, I didn't push any buttons, so surely she's okay with it. Now when things are getting hectic, now I want to be mad because you've been doing what you've always been doing. It doesn't make sense to me. With this knowledge now, with this understanding, it's kind of scary because you really like this person, and now you have to have that talk. This is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I can tolerate, and this is what I don't tolerate. The person can either be on your side and be accepting of it, or the person can say, I'm sorry, like, you're asking too much, that is too much for me. So of course you still have that in your mind, like, what if he doesn't like what I'm saying? Then I lose a chance at happiness. When you're not feeling so in love with a person, when you are mad and angry, when they cross those boundaries, now that you're out of that honeymoon phase, you are going to be frustrated, you're going to be annoyed, and it's going to pour into your relationship. I think it's very important to establish those boundaries at the beginning of the relationship so that you know if this person says, okay, you know what, I respect your boundaries and I feel, we can do this, and people are going to cross those boundaries even when you tell them. Even the good, perfect relationships, it happens. We are human. We are going to make mistakes, but it's when you realize I crossed that boundary, it was really an innocent mistake, that's when things are easier. But when you just deliberately cross boundaries, then that's when it becomes toxic. So it's better when you go into the relationship head first, That sounds dangerous. but you go in and the person knows. And I feel like that's what brought me to the relationship that I'm in right now. I met my fiance almost 3 years ago, and I had just come out of a very toxic relationship where not only the person was toxic, but I was toxic as well. When that relationship was over, I started doing some soul searching within. I did a lot, and I'm still doing a lot of self-work, realizing my toxic traits and flaws and bettering. Like when I meet someone, I am going to lay down the boundaries at the beginning. Yes, I'm probably gonna like this person so much and probably be scared that that person's gonna run away. That's okay. You know, if he stays, you never know what beauty might come out of it. I met my fiance, and the second day of being in his presence, I asked him, do you feel like you could be with someone like me? And I could see it in his face. He was like, what type of question is this? You had just met me. But I asked him and he didn't give me an answer. Probably like a month later, he texted me and he said, no one has ever asked me that question, especially just meeting me. And you know, I do see myself with someone like that. Now there's a mutual interest. Now I have to lay it down. So I told him, like, I'm not gonna be dating and then there's no title at the end of the day, and then you can, you know, you find yourself with another girl and I find out and you're like, oh, my girlfriend. No, I want a title, which sounds bad. I set that tone. I was like, this is what it is, you know, either you take it or you leave it. I'm not here to play games. Nope. I'm not trying to see who is better at making the other one jealous. Nope. I'm not playing no cat and mouse. Nope. Like chasing. I'm not about that life. When I got out of my previous relationship, I had just this new mindset. As you grow, you know, your mind grows. Your perspective on life changes. It's not about changing the person. Because at the end of the day, if they're doing it for you, things are not going to work out. I was there. I tried to change the person to my liking, and they would do it for a little while. It's just this continuous cycle. When you know your worth and you know your boundaries, it is a beautiful thing. The main point that I want to put out there, it's okay to have boundaries. You know, there's boundaries that I set for my friends as well, and boundaries lead to healthier relationships, I believe. If I love and respect the person, I won't cross those boundaries. I feel like next time I will be organized with my thoughts. I think I'll write them down. Don't come for me being like, you think you know it all. I am just sharing my experience, and you never know when you can help someone else. That is it for today's video. I'm sure there's one person out there that could make use of this little piece of wisdom. I know that it was a bit all over the place, but you know, that's me as a person. I'm here, I'm there. You will be seeing a lot of me in the future. The next video is going to be a get to know me video, and remember, this is a place where we want positivity to bloom. Please give me a big thumbs up, and then also click that subscribe button, ring the little bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. Hey guys.